And then, there's another game that's being worked at Naughty Dog where I'm more of a producer role and I get to mentor and watch this other team and give feedback and be like the executive in the room. I enjoy all those roles. And the fact that I jump between one to the next, it makes my job very exciting and always feeling fresh. I'm never bored.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
What happened?
I won.
Well, we have news. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and we're back for another video discussing Naughty Dog. At long last, we have gotten confirmation that another game is in development at Naughty Dog. We actually talked about this a little over a month ago. I said about a secret project that potentially could be coming, and the head honcho himself, Neil Druckmann, this week, following his directed episode of The Last of Us HBO Season 2, where he did a bunch of interviews and a bunch of other stuff, talked about a new project that isn't Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. As we currently know, what we have known recently is that Intergalactic, as we know, it's in development, likely going to come out in 27, maybe 26 if we're lucky. We've got an unannounced title, supposedly that has been in development for 3 years, by Shaun Escayg, who I talked about recently last month. And we have a potential The Last of Us Part 3 that is in development according to insiders, viewer Anon, Daniel RPK, and a bunch of other people. We've had a lot of new information on Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet as well, which you'll see a follow-up video to that in a couple days. But it is official. The game is now confirmed. We have a second new Naughty Dog game in development currently, and I'm going to talk about everything you need to know about this new game, and it's looking very interesting to see what this is going to be, because there's two possibilities, which we'll talk about. Sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy this for more content covering Naughty Dog / The Last of Us / Intergalactic or any other games they cover. We go for 2,000 likes on this video since it's a pretty big video. If you're joining over the 30% who are subscribed, the red subscribe button, notification bell, have it set to all so you don't miss any of my videos covering anything in regards to Naughty Dog. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so last month we talked about Naughty Dog that had been working on an unannounced game for 3 years, and it's very likely this could be the game that is being referenced in this video. I talked about this a month ago. I'll link the video down below in the description or the card in the top right if you guys missed out on it, but I'll briefly go through this because this might explain a lot of what is happening. Oh, again, this claim was from Daniel RPK, the one also that says The Last of Us Part 3 is in development, it's filming, all that other stuff. Basically where he had said Naughty Dog is a second project, not The Last of Us 3, directed by Shaun Escayg, and it's been in development for 3 years now. And as we know, Shaun Escayg was the head behind Uncharted Lost Legacy. So a lot of people, when they heard this, they thought, okay, this game might be Uncharted related. As we know, in all likelihood, I see two paths forward with Uncharted. You're going to make a spin-off game, or you're going to do probably a 5 with Caitlin Dever, or something around those lines. I mean, I thought Uncharted was done, but it's very possible Naughty Dog could bring it back. It's almost been a decade, technically. I mean, well, 2017 was when Lost Legacy. Uncharted 4 came out 9 years ago, so it's been a long, long time, so it is possible they could bring it back. And as we know, there was those image from one of the PlayStation 5 ads that showcased a treasure hunter that a lot of people thought could be Uncharted related. And again, if this game has been in development for 3 years, that has been since 2022. So very interesting to see that. Now let's go into what Neil said.
One of my favorite things about my job is that I get to spin so many different plates. Sometimes too many, and one falls to the floor. So I try to limit those moments in time. But I enjoy being in the thick of it, like being like in the weeds, like directing this episodes, and that gives me a certain level of joy. And then I enjoy being very high level and giving support to other people, like Craig Mazin, my partner in the show, and knowing that he would do things differently than I, but that is the beauty of working with him, is I get to be surprised with another artist playing in this playground that we've created with the video game. Likewise, I get the joy of, we have several directors on Intergalactic. I work with 2 game directors, Matthew Gallant and Kurt Marganow. I have a co-writer in Claire Carey on Intergalactic. So there's times where I'm away and they are in charge. And I get to come back and be surprised and enjoy with certain choices they made, and certain other ones I pull my hair out and we have to
What'd you do that
change
for?
course or argue about it. And I'm convinced that I'm wrong. And then, there's another game that's being worked at Naughty Dog where I'm more of a producer role and I get to mentor and watch this other team and give feedback and be like the executive in the room. I enjoy all those roles. And the fact that I jump between one to the next, it makes my job very exciting.
So Neil Druckmann said the following: there's another game that's being worked on at Naughty Dog where I am more of a producer role and I get to mentor and watch this other team and give feedback and be like the executive in the room. So I want to take note of this quote because it's very important. Neil Druckmann is not the director of this game. He's not the head. He's more of a producer mentor role. That means to me this is not The Last of Us Part 3, and this would support what Daniel RPK had said last month about this being Shaun Escayg's project that's been in development for 3 years, and that is not The Last of Us Part 3. Meaning it could be very likely an Uncharted game, but also another possibility that I didn't bring up is this could be a brand new IP. And now why are you thinking like, Dom, why? Another new IP? Yes. Think about it. You've only got Intergalactic and The Last of Us. You need to continue to make new IPs. Neil wants to make Naughty Dog an IP powerhouse. Bring another new IP on board. And, this could be the long-rumored fantasy game that we have heard that Naughty Dog could be developing. As we know, we got that space project with Intergalactic. Could this be a fantasy game? We'll have to wait and see on that. But as obviously when Neil is with the show and doing other stuff with Intergalactic, he has to travel back and forth, and he gets to go back to this team and give them feedback and be like an executive. So I enjoy all those roles, and the fact that I jump between one to the next, it makes my job very exciting and always feeling fresh. I'm never bored. And Naughty Dog has never really been known to focus on 2 projects at the same time, like full focus. As we know, Neil had basically said that he prefers to focus on one game at a time before considering the next. He said that in February, but it seems like Naughty Dog's taken up now 2 major titles, Intergalactic and this unannounced game. And if this game has been in development for 3 to 4 years, it's very likely, because Intergalactic was revealed after 4 or 5 years. It could be next year, or it could even be this year. It's very possible we could get another Naughty Dog game reveal not so far in the future. Now, of course, everyone's going to be asking me about The Last of Us Part 3. Yes, there is a possibility this could be The Last of Us Part 3, but it's just the whole Neil not being the director or the head. Why would Neil not be the head of a Last of Us game? I just don't really see that. Unless, again, this could be a Last of Us spinoff. That is always a possibility that I didn't bother to mention. Could it be that Tommy spinoff game? Maybe something else in the world? I don't know. But it seems to me like we need a Part 3, and Neil's got to be the head honcho. He's got to be the head of it. Because it is his baby. He would probably want to see it be, considering they said Part 3 is, in quotes, the final chapter. He probably wants to have full control and reins on that to decide where the story ends and where Ellie, Abby, and everyone else ends up when the game is all said and done. But it's safe to say Naughty Dog is cooking, and we've got a lot on the horizon if you are a fan. I will say, though, I think it is still safe to say Last of Us Part 3 is likely in its early stages of development. And again, we won't ever hear anything on that for some time. But my guess, if I had to bet on this, it's Shaun Escayg's project that Neil's talking about here. And it's either going to be an Uncharted spinoff or it's going to be a new IP. Those are my guesses. I don't think Jak and Daxter is coming back. I don't think it's related to The Last of Us. And we'll just have to wait and see on that. So let me know what you guys think this new unannounced project is. Also, we did get some information from Shinobi, Incredible Insider on Twitter, where someone had said, sounds like a smaller project, and he said no. So this is a full AAA title. So let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comments. Do you think this is Uncharted related, Last of Us related, new IP? A lot of possibilities that we have, even Jak and Daxter. But it is official. We have a second Naughty Dog game coming. Whether it will, again, obviously we never know. The game could get canceled. As we know, there's always that, especially us Factions fans, we remember what happened to Last of Us Online. So never say never until it's officially announced. But Neil's pretty confident if he's speaking about this publicly. We go over 2,000 likes on this video. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you guys did enjoy this. Greatly would appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next video talking about Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. We have a lot of new information in regards to that. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye! Follow me on social down below to stay connected with us.